limbo. She said she not a, she in. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
All right, Coach. Normally the Texas heat and humidity mean the roof stays closed, but not today as the sun is out here at NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Gordon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Flush to his right. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Melvin Gordon. His 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, come on.
To throw is Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Indianapolis.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 15. And the Colts first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Brissett. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it second down and 12. On second and 12, Watson flushed out right. On the run, and got his man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It was Matthew Adams who got him down on the defensive side. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
The 43-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Caught left side by Hilton. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45. First down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. Brissett. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Switch it. Check the backer.
They run with Hines. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Let's go now. 14-line.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Funches has it complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Two yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
McKinney on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 11.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Brissett sets to throw it. They'll run the screen with Mack. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
On first down, it's Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go, D. Here.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Completes this to Waring. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's Watson. With a catch made by Hopkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, a 22.
That's another Texans first down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Texans first down. First and 10 at the
57.
44-yard line.
58 right there. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got? Let's go.
Now Gordon on first down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the lane. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
58, boys. 58.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson on the move to his left. He's letting it. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
Texans first down.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
Watson on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Angelo Blackson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check 41.
Here's Brissett. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards. On first down, Hines. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing. Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Forced out to his left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 13-6. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
They run it here with Gordon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
That's it, baby.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
And this one is right down the middle. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Max 50 a check. Max 59. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now on 2nd and 16, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. He finds Hopkins complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
at the Colts' 25-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Here we go.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That's good for the Texans. First down.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Brissett to throw first. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Angelo Blackson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 48.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Colts pick it up, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Watson now to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Rock Ya-Sin, a rookie second-rounder from Temple, there to make the play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Gordon. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Throwing now, Watson. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Houston, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our
big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Hey,